Hello, everyone. Today, I would like to share with you some interesting moments I have witnessed in Washington. These experiences have shaped my perspective on policy and the future we are building together, and I am very pleased to share them with you. Thanksgiving morning in 2025 is starting, like any other holiday broadcast is starting, but I am already feeling that something is going wrong in the air. I am watching the main event unfold in real time as Ilhan Omar is launching a furious attack on President Donald J. Trump and is turning what is supposed to be a quiet American morning into a political grenade that is rolling under every kitchen table in the country. Families are sitting around warm ovens. Children are watching parade floats on TV. Screens are suddenly flashing breaking news banners, and phones are buzzing across countertops. Omar is firing off her post. Trump's threat to kick me out of America is trash. He is a coward hiding behind lies. Her words are slicing through the holiday calm like broken glass. Forks are stopping halfway to mouths. Heads are lifting from bowed prayers. Faces are twisting in confusion as people are asking one another what she is doing and why she is choosing this moment on this day to call the president trash. At the same time, I'm standing just off a corridor inside the West Wing, close enough to hear the low hum of staff chatter snapping into silence as the notification is popping up on screens. On the resolute desk in the Oval Office, the brand new America First expulsion order is still lying there, the gold seal shining under the pale November sun. President Trump is sitting back in his chair, resting his hands together, saying nothing while the building around him is shifting into a different gear. Aides are rushing in with tablets in their hands. Secret Service agents are pausing mid-sentence on their radios. Even the Marines at the entrance are straightening up a little more, sensing that a storm is starting to form. Across the country, I am seeing Minnesota families who are escaping war and are now living in small apartments. They're watching Omar's words and are crying in frustration because they are afraid that her anger is dragging their entire community into a firestorm. I am seeing a soldier's widow in Ohio sitting at a kitchen table and whispering, "Why is she hating this country so much after everything we are losing?" I am seeing a little girl in Texas tugging on her father's sleeve and asking, "Daddy, why is she calling our president trash?" The answer is not coming. Just a tight, helpless shake of his head. While regular people are feeling their Thanksgiving morning being poisoned, Omar's own team is already realizing that this is spiraling. Staffers in her office are refreshing feeds and are watching the backlash ignite like dry grass. Hashtags are forming in seconds. Video clips of her past, some people did something line, are being stitched together with her new insult. Social media is turning into a courtroom that is not buying her performance. Comments are dropping like hammers. This is embarrassing. She's attacking the whole country. Is this leadership? Back where I am standing in Washington, an aide is stepping quietly into the Oval Office and is saying, "Sir, she is calling you a coward." Trump is lifting his eyes slowly. His face is calm, too calm for the staff who are expecting a rapid response. I am seeing something gathering behind his eyes, something heavy, something quiet, the kind of stillness that is coming right before a tornado is touching down. Outside, the clouds over the Capitol are thickening as if they are taking notes. Thunder is rolling somewhere beyond the monuments. The whole city is feeling like it is holding its breath. Finally, he is leaning back, folding his hands, and saying in a low voice that is carrying more weight than a dozen tweets, "She is picking the wrong day and the wrong man." Then he is standing up and is walking toward the private dining room with a slow, controlled intensity that is making even seasoned staffers step aside. They are understanding that the most shocking response of 2025 is not going to be typed on a phone. It is going to be spoken into a camera and etched into the memory of everyone who is watching. The air inside the West Wing is growing heavier as the minutes are passing, and I am walking along the corridor with the others, feeling the building's energy changing from quiet holiday mode into something tight and electric. People who are planning to leave early to see their families are now stopping in doorways, watching the president move with that steady, deliberate pace toward the small dining room that is often doubling as a private strategy space. Nobody is joking. Nobody is chatting. Everyone is just watching. Outside this marble bubble, the emotional blast wave from Omar's insult is rolling through American homes. Meanwhile, across the country in Minnesota, Omar's staff is sinking into a different kind of crisis. Screens in her office are lighting up with reply after reply as Thanksgiving trash talk is climbing in the trending bar. Their own supporters are asking what she is thinking. One assistant is whispering, "This is bad. This is really, really bad. She shouldn't be saying that." Omar is pacing in circles, chewing her thumbnail, snapping. He is not responding, not one post, nothing. The senior advisor is answering, "No, Congresswoman." He is silent. That single word is hanging in the air like an approaching verdict. When Donald Trump is staying silent under attack, he is not retreating. He is loading. Across the country, networks are breaking into their cozy parade coverage. Commentators are sliding onto sets in sweaters and half-done makeup. Producers are yelling in their earpieces because everyone is understanding that this is not just another spat. This is a direct hit on the presidency on the one day when Americans are clinging to gratitude. In Florida, a retired firefighter who is barely surviving 9/11 injuries is watching the replay of Omar's older "some people did something" clip being paired with her fresh attack. He is whispering through tears. She is not understanding what this nation is meaning, but he is. In Ohio, a 10-year-old boy is asking his mother, why is she calling him a coward? He is always fighting. She is just hugging him because she is not having words big enough to explain that kind of contempt. Back in the White House dining room, I am standing near the doorway as Trump is moving to the window overlooking the South Lawn. Trees are swaying under a sky that is turning steel gray. An aide is coming in and is saying, "Sir, the backlash is massive. People are really upset. Trump is not turning." He is just staring out like a general watching smoke rise from a faraway battlefield and is saying in a calm voice, "I am warning them, all of them, respect America or do not expect safety from criticism." That line is not shouted. It is not rehearsed. It is simply dropped like a stone into deep water. Meanwhile, back in Omar's world, her staff is bouncing between denial and dread. Someone is slamming a laptop shut and whispering, "He is going to go after the fraudulent stuff. I know it." Another is arguing, "No, he is going to show something." He is not doing live unless he has something. Omar is stopping mid-pace, feeling genuine fear crawling up her spine for the first time in a long time, because she is realizing that she is not just trading barbs with a politician. She is provoking a president who is holding a file drawer of unanswered questions about her past. Across the country, social media is transforming into a third roaring character in this drama. Clips of Omar's tweet are being turned into glitchy edits. Overlays of her words, "trash" and "coward," are being plastered over footage of folded flags and military cemeteries. Comment sections are landing verdicts. "This is embarrassing. He already lost her and she doesn't even know it. Is this leadership?" Others are writing simple, raw lines like, "My uncle is dying overseas and she is calling the president trash today." Back in the heart of Washington, I am hearing the decision drop when Trump is finally turning from the window. His jaw is set. His eyes are bright with a controlled fire. "Prepare the cameras," he is saying. "We are doing this live." Suddenly, the entire building is shifting from tense anticipation into organized chaos. Tech teams are running cables. A small studio just off the press corridor is being dressed in a rush with 2 American flags, warm but tense lighting, and a simple podium. This is not going to be a rally. This is going to be a surgical execution level message. The small White House studio is coming alive in seconds, and I am stepping into the back of the room as crews are wheeling in lights, testing mics, and taping marks on the floor. Outside the soundproof bubble, the briefing room is buzzing too. A skeleton holiday crew of reporters is sliding into seats, some in sweaters, some in half-zip jackets. all of them checking their phones as the alert is hitting. The president is addressing the nation live. You can feel the collective jolt as producers in New York and Atlanta are cutting off cooking segments and parade floats to pipe in this unscheduled address. Meanwhile, in Minnesota, Omar's office is sinking from panic into quiet terror as the words President Trump to address nation shortly are flashing across every channel. Her communications director is whispering, "Why is he responding live?" He never is doing this unless Omar is not letting him finish, because she is already imagining that thin, unmarked folder she is always hearing rumors about, the one with her name on it. Her staffers are trading sideways, looks loaded with guilt, secrets, and unsaid worries. One is muttering, "He is going to show something. He is going to show all of it." She is trying to reassure herself that he is bluffing, but her voice is shaking as she is doing it. Back in the studio, Trump is walking in without a jacket, just a sharp white shirt and the red tie that is already a symbol. As he is stepping up to the podium between the twin flags, the room is going still. The cameras are humming. The producer is counting down silently with his fingers. 3, 2, 1. And then every screen in America is filling with his face. I am watching families freeze mid-meal. Kids are putting down their toys. Nurses in break rooms are holding their breath. Truckers are pulling onto highway shoulders so they are not missing this. The room goes silent. Everyone freezes. Trump is looking straight down the lens, not reading, not glancing at a teleprompter, just speaking. "My fellow Americans, you are deserving to know the truth about what is happening this morning." With that, he is taking Thanksgiving out of the realm of turkey and pie and is dragging it into a confrontation over respect itself. Across the country, Omar is standing in front of her TV, unable to sit, fingers digging into her palms as Trump is saying that on a beautiful day meant for counting blessings, Americans are instead being hit with hatred and disrespect toward the country that is giving so much. I am feeling the nation's mood shift. His tone is not roaring. It is disappointed. That is landing even harder. When he is saying, when Ilhan Omar is calling my warning trash, she is not just attacking me. She is attacking the American people who want a country that is respecting their values. She is attacking you. I am seeing heads nodding in living rooms, tears forming in the eyes of grandmothers in Arizona and veterans in Iowa who are lifting shaky salutes at the screen. Then he is placing a thin cream folder on the podium, the same kind I am seeing earlier on his desk. His hand is resting on it with a kind of restrained gravity that is making reporters in the press room shift forward in their seats. In Minnesota, Omar is whispering, "No, no, he cannot have that. He cannot." She is recognizing the silhouette of something she is hoping will stay buried. Trump is continuing, his voice soft but cutting. "Americans, I am wanting you to see something Ilhan Omar is hoping you are never seeing. For years, we are welcoming people from all over the world. We are giving safety. We are giving opportunity. We are giving hope. And what are we asking in return? Very simple. Love America. Respect America. Support the country that is saving your life." This morning, instead of gratitude, we are getting hate. He is lifting one page just high enough for seals and heavy redactions to be visible but not readable. The cameras are zooming in. Social media is exploding. Screenshots of the folder are being captured, slowed down, and memed. Comments are raining down. He already won this, and she doesn't even know it. This is embarrassing. He is finally doing what everyone else is afraid of doing. Omar is sinking into her chair, hands in her hair, whispering, "Please don't." Trump is making it clear that these are not random papers. These are part of the reasoning behind the America First expulsion order he is signing earlier that morning. As he is saying, there have been extremely serious concerns about fraud, corruption, and dishonesty connected to Ilhan Omar's rise to power. Many people are knowing it and are being afraid to speak. The press room is staying frozen. Not one question, not one interruption. Even the most hostile reporters are sensing that this is a different kind of moment. Then he is dropping the line that is blowing out whatever narrative Omar is trying to build. She is calling my warning trash. She is calling me a coward, but this is not about me. This is about you, and I am not letting anyone disrespect you and walk away like nothing is happening. With that, he is not just defending himself, he is wrapping himself around the bruised pride of millions of people who are feeling personally insulted by her tweet. The silence after that line is stretching across the country like a held breath, and I'm feeling it in the tiny studio, in the press room, watching on a monitor, and in the unseen corners of hospitals, truck cabs, and crowded kitchens. Trump is letting the pause sit instead of rushing to fill it. Omar, miles away, is sitting stiffly on the edge of her seat, eyes burning into the TV, mind racing through every document ever questioned, every form ever flagged, every whisper she is shrugging off. For years, Trump is hinting at exposing her, but he is never taking it this far. Not live, not on a holiday, not with the whole nation already emotional. Now he is standing between two flags in a small studio and is calmly moving the folder again, lifting another page, just enough for the world to see that there's more where that came from. In Alabama, a grandmother is pressing a hand to her chest and is whispering, "Dear Lord, he is finding something." In Chicago, a retired Marine is murmuring he is doing what no one else is having the courage to do. In Minnesota, Omar is asking, why is he doing this live? Why now? Her advisor is answering, honestly, because you are calling him trash and the American people are seeing it. He is showing them the truth. Those words are cutting deeper than any attack ad. Back in the studio, Trump is shifting his tone into something almost heartbreakingly controlled. For years, Americans are asking for honesty, for transparency. They are begging Washington to stop hiding corruption, to put America first. Today, when I'm simply reminding people that lawmakers must respect this country, Congresswoman Omar is calling it trash. You can practically feel something inside the national psyche cracking a little more. People who are clinging to some idea of shared respect are hearing an elected official smear the entire premise on Thanksgiving. It is landing like a slap. He is tapping the folder with two fingers, letting the sound echo just enough through the studio mics. These documents, and many more, are showing patterns that you are deserving to know. I am not releasing them today. Not on Thanksgiving, because today is for families and gratitude and unity. But I am making this clear. No one gets to insult America without consequences. Then he is lowering his voice into a colder register. She is calling me a coward, but she is the one spending the last hour making frantic phone calls because she is afraid of the truth coming out. It is the precise clapback that is turning her own word into a weapon against her, a line sharp enough to slice through cable chatter and lodge directly into the meme factory of the internet. Across platforms, highlights are being clipped in seconds. Side-by-side edits are appearing, showing Omar's tweet and Trump's calm face as he is twisting coward back onto her. Comment threads are roaring. He is not the coward here. He is flipping her line and knocking her out. She is looking finished. In Omar's office, someone is gasping out loud as they are hearing him describe her frantic calls that they all know are real because they are watching her make them. The staff are realizing that the more they are scrambling behind closed doors, the more they are feeding his narrative. When Trump is finally stepping back from the podium, he is not storming off. He is not grinning. He is just nodding once toward the unseen press and is walking out with a controlled calm that is hitting harder than any mic drop. In the nearby briefing room, reporters are sitting frozen, microphones are still up, hands are half raised. This is one of the rare times when they are not looking for opportunities to shout. They are just absorbing what they are witnessing. As the feed is cutting back to anchors, their faces are showing that they are shaken too. They're speaking in low, careful tones instead of scripted outrage. Meanwhile, across the country, that studio moment is replaying again and again. In a VFW hall in Florida, veterans with weathered faces are standing up one by one, saying, "He is doing what others are too scared to do." In a Michigan hospital break room, Nurses in scrubs are wiping their eyes and asking, why is she calling him trash on Thanksgiving? In a truck cab on Interstate 80, a driver is resting his forehead against the steering wheel and whispering, he is right. Nobody is respecting America anymore except him. Up in Minnesota, Omar's office is imploding. Blinds are half closed. Phones are ringing without being answered. Staffers are scrolling through thousands of comments that are not the usual partisan fire but personal heartbreak. People are saying, you are insulting me. You are insulting my son's service. You are insulting our country. Omar is standing in the middle of the room, hands shaking, whispering, what am I doing now? What am I doing now? Her advisor is answering weakly. People are thinking you are hiding something. You are calling your lawyers. That is making it worse. She is pacing like someone who is drowning on dry land, muttering that it is just a tweet, and he is not supposed to respond like this. Not live, not this big. Deep down, she is knowing that the problem is not only that he is responding, the problem is that he is claiming the moral high ground while she is standing on a pile of insult, timing, and miscalculation that is making her look exactly like the villain he is drawing. Even after the cameras are shutting off in the studio, the echo of Trump's words is still rolling through the halls of the White House, and I am walking back toward the Oval Office with the rest of the staff. The mood is not jubilant, not vengeful, but heavy, almost sacred, as if everyone is understanding that something in the country's emotional circuitry is being reset. Aides are reporting in low voices, so Americans are reacting very emotionally. They are saying, you are reminding them of what a president is supposed to be. Trump is sitting down at the Resolute desk again. The same unmarked folder is resting in front of him. He is running a hand along its edge and is saying quietly, I am not doing it to hurt her. I am doing it because Americans are deserving pride in their country. As he is saying that, I am feeling the line between strategy and conviction blur in a way that is rare in politics. Across the country, networks are still replaying the moment he is tapping the folder. Each replay is sending another wave of reaction through living rooms where retired teachers in Pennsylvania are holding hands and whispering, he is loving this country. He really is loving it. And she is calling him trash on Thanksgiving. In a tiny Detroit apartment, a mother is saying through tears, I am not knowing we still have this in us, as she is watching strangers online from every background stand up for the simple idea that you do not drag the country on the day it is most trying to remember its blessings. Meanwhile, Omar is retreating deeper into the shadows of her own office. Lights are dimmed, blinds are shut. Her staff is begging reporters outside the door to step back while cameras are pressing against the glass. Journalists are shouting, Congresswoman, do you regret your comments? Are you responding to the president's statement? Is your team planning to go quiet? Inside, she is sinking into a chair, hands over her face, confessing to her assistant in a hoarse whisper, he is turning the whole country against me in less than an hour. The assistant is not denying it. He cannot deny it because the timing, the tone, and the restraint in his address are combining into something that is feeling bigger than politics. Back at the White House, the atmosphere is thick, not with celebration, but with gravity, as Trump is walking down a quiet hallway toward the residence. Secret Service agents are flanking him at a respectful distance. One younger agent is finally speaking up. Sir, my dad is calling me today. He is crying. He is saying that hearing you speak is reminding him why he is serving. I am wanting you to know that Trump is pausing, placing a hand on the agent's shoulder, and saying softly, tell him I am saying thank you. Tell him America is still needing men like him. That small exchange is carrying more weight than a posed photo. A few minutes later, he is stepping onto the balcony overlooking the south lawn. The sky is still heavy with clouds, but a faint beam of sunlight is beginning to push through. He is resting his hands on the railing, looking out, not like a conqueror, but like someone who is carrying a very tired, very wounded country on his back. Melania is joining him quietly and is saying, you are handling it beautifully. He is answering after a long breath, I am not doing it for me. I am doing it for America. This country is deserving respect. Today, I'm just reminding them. Down below on the lawn, a few staffers are pausing, looking out for the balcony with that mix of exhaustion and admiration you only see after a genuine crisis. Across the map, something rare is happening. Families who are not agreeing on anything political for years are sitting in the same silence, feeling the same ache, and for once that ache is pointing in the same direction. Every replay of his calm response is hitting harder than the last. A single father in Oklahoma is holding his daughter as she is saying, "Daddy," he is talking like he is caring about everyone. A circle of veterans in Arizona is standing at attention in front of a television, hats over their hearts, one whispering, "That is a commander." In Minnesota, even some of Omar's own constituents are admitting softly, she is going too far this time. He is speaking with strength. She is speaking with anger. Alone in her office at last, with staff stepping out to answer calls and handle the mess, Omar is watching the address again. This time, she is not shouting at the screen, not rolling her eyes. She is just watching the way he is staying composed, the way he is refusing to dump every detail on Thanksgiving, the way he is turning her insult into a referendum on respect. Her hands are starting to tremble as she is whispering, "This is bad," and the tears she is holding back all morning are finally spilling. She is realizing that the battle she is picking is not just against a man. It is against the story that millions of people are telling themselves about who is standing up for them. By the time the clouds are parting over Washington and a small shaft of sunlight is stretching across the South Lawn, Thanksgiving morning 2025 is already sealing itself into memory as the day Ilhan Omar is launching a fiery attack and is calling the president and his warning trash, and the day Donald J. Trump is answering not with a furious rant, but with a measured, cinematic, devastating response from a small studio with two flags behind him, turning her own words back on her and reminding a battered country that respect is still having a defender. As the video is closing, and I, the unseen witness to all of this, am stepping back from the whirlwind, the narrator's last line is not a threat, but an invitation. Like, comment, subscribe, and join our community for more stories that reveal the truth.